Hey guys, Farmo. I just wanted to update you on the Philco 42380 chassis. I've got the chassis done as far as I can go with it right now. Got all the tubes on it. All the tubes are tested. They all test fairly good except the two output tubes. They're a little weak. They're probably working decent enough to get the radio to work, but I'm going to have to source some replacements. But the chassis came out really nice. I got the rubber pieces back on here, and got all the buttons on. It was missing one button when I got it, and I was trying to figure out what these metal things here are for. They have some felt on them, and I thought when I took it apart, oh, I wonder what those are for. But actually, what they're for is this felt turns off the light. Actually blocks the light from the faceplate, because above each button is a little window that apparently lights up. So when you press a button in, it presses the felt back so that the light from the dial can come through the little window. And when you press the button off, or one of the other buttons, it closes the light off. So that's pretty cool. Ooh, I just lost a light bulb. But I mean, the chassis came out pretty good. I ordered parts from Just Radios. It's a company out of Canada, and I'm waiting for them to get here. I ordered them last week. They should be coming any day now. So I also been setting up my test bench here. I got some test equipment out, a couple new pieces I'm going to show you in a minute, and there's some old stuff down here. That's brute force power supply. It's my high voltage power supply. That's a solar capacitor analyzer. It's an old ICO volt ohm meter. Heathkit oscilloscope. That's a capacitor checker. That's a magnetism meter. CRT checker. There's a Megger behind that. That's a milliohm meter. And then it's a frequency. An old frequency meter and a Heathkit volt ohm meter. Some of the stuff works. Both the power supplies work. The Heathkit scope works, but it needs to be recapped and calibrated. As far as the other stuff, I'm not positive. I haven't really messed with it. But I did get a couple new pieces. We'll go over what we got up here. I worked on this weekend. This is just basically like a decade box. It's got resistors in it and capacitors in it, and you can set whether they're in series or parallel for prototyping or replacing components. You use this to prototype, and you can just set whatever resistance you want. And it was in a phenolic box when I got it, and it got dropped or whatever, and the phenolic was broken, and I've just had it laying around without the box for the longest time. So I made this little oak box this weekend. It's not perfect, the corners aren't great, but it holds it and it looks pretty decent, so I can use that again. Up here on the shelf we got, this is a Hewlett-Packard frequency generator oscillator, sine and square wave. That doesn't work. I gotta do some work on that and figure out why that doesn't work. We got an RCA audio generator. That works pretty good. It's not real stable at the higher frequencies, but it seems to operate decent. We got this is a B&K vacuum tube voltmeter. That works really good. And this is my Heathkit scope. That works pretty good. Although the channel, the Y1, it doesn't like to sync. The trigger doesn't like to sync on that. And I think I got a couple bad transistors in there. So I got to order parts for that, but it does work. Channel 1 does work. Channel 2 works perfect. This is a television sweep generator. I don't know if this works. I got to get a power cord for it. This is a color bar generator, RCA. This powers up. I don't know if there's any signal out. Most of the stuff needs to have recap, the older stuff. And this is my Hickok 650C universal video generator. That needs a recap as well. And I just got this RCA WR99A crystal calibrated marker generator. I just picked this up. It was from eBay. Got a pretty decent price on it. And that functions as well, but that probably needs a recap also. And then I got this RCA WR70A marker adder, and use this unit, and this unit together to align televisions, align the IF and the RF and the audio stages of televisions. This one, I actually bought this one I think for 99 cents on eBay. It's almost mint. It came with all the cables to hook it up to the television and the other two pieces of equipment, and it also came in the original box, so that was pretty cool. So I only paid like $17 to ship it here, so I didn't figure that was too bad. And of course we got my Variac that I built. And a couple other things that I've gotten recently, aside from this test equipment there and there. I'm put it up here in just a second. I brought my dump truck home. Well, not really. A couple weeks back I saw this at a like a flea market type pawn shop store downtown, and they wanted I think 20 bucks for it, and I didn't have cash on me, and they didn't do debit cards. And I thought I'd come back, and I forgot about it for a couple weeks, and I was in there the other day and they still had it, so I picked it up for 15 bucks. It's a Structo. It's supposed to be a power dump, but the guts are missing for the power dump, and the windshield is missing. But it is a Ford cab-over dump truck, and it's red, the same color that mine is. The only thing that's different is this is the single headlight. They did make one in a green color that was, the front end was designed a little different, and it was dual headlights, which is the same as mine. But I thought this was pretty cool that it's red, so I'm going to probably just leave that just the way it is and put it on the back dash of the truck once I get it here. So that was pretty cool. And the last thing that I picked up was this Sharp pocket computer. Now it would take a pretty big pocket because that's my hand, so it's kind of bigger than a pocket. But I'd never seen one of these, and I saw this at the Salvation Army, so I picked it up. It's basically a calculator. They call it a pocket computer. It's a Sharp Pocket Computer PC1262, and then that plugs into this this other piece here that's a CE125 printer and microcassette recorder. And it's not very thick, so I guess you could probably put this in a pocket if it was really big pocket. But it's got the power adapter, this cable, a brand new mini tape, and the case for the mini tape that's in there, on another spool of paper, and the books. It has both of the books, and there's a compartment under here. The books are in here. But basically, you could write complicated programs, mathematical programs, and save them onto a tape, and then you can play the tapes back and recall the programs into the calculator, the computer. And they wanted $8 for it, and of course, so I turned it on, and of course, the calculator part does work. I mean, I can make letters and numbers show up. So I thought, well, heck, for $8 I'll buy it. I've never seen one like it before, and it looks in pretty nice shape. So of course, as I usually do, I immediately came home and got on eBay and looked them up, and apparently they are quite rare. Quite rare, to the tune of about $200 for one in nice shape like this one on eBay. So I think that was a pretty decent score for an $8 investment. I could sell this on eBay for $200. I might list it for $100 and just see where it goes. I don't really have a use for it, but I just thought, as nice as it was, that I would purchase it. And I can't make this lid close. Oh, because that's in the way. There we go. But it's in really nice shape. I don't know if like an engineer or something would have had it, but anyway, I thought that was pretty neat. So I want to show you the order form for the Just Radio site. Basically, you download this Excel spreadsheet, and it's got all their capacitors here, both poly and electrolytic and disc capacitors over here, and these are silver mica. So you got this whole big spreadsheet, and then down here are all their half-watt resistors. And basically, it's a really nice spreadsheet. Everything's color-coded. All the prices are listed. So I don't know if it'll focus if I get up close. Say you wanted 3 of these. You just punch a 3 in here, and it'll automatically tabulate the price. I don't know if you can see that. It automatically tabulates the price, and then when you come down to the bottom of the spreadsheet, it tells you the total, 87 cents, total capacitors, and then you have to add shipping, which is $5.90 surface. So I put in that, and then it gives you the grand total. So you put in $5.90. So my total would be $6.77. I mean, it's just a spreadsheet. I mean, anybody can write one, but I just thought it was laid out really nice. And then you just save this and send it to them in an email and pay them with PayPal. And supposedly the stuff is on its way here. So just thought I'd share that with you guys. It's called Just Radios. So all they have is parts for antique radios. There's a lot of the weird values, especially in the capacitors. Some of the values, 0.05, 0.07, stuff that you can't usually get. 0.05. Usually you'd have to get like an 047 to replace a 0.05, which normally would work fine, but sometimes stuff like that doesn't work out. So these guys have got all the cool old values for the older radios. Their addresses, I don't know if you can see it here, justradios.com, www.justradios.com. So pretty cool webpage. Hopefully the parts will get here soon, and I can give you guys an update on what they look like and everything like that. And I ordered all the caps for both the Philco 42380 as well as the RCA 87T. So I'll have a bunch of parts that I can get going with them. I ordered all the mica caps and the disc type caps as well, even though they don't usually drift out of tolerance. I wanted to have them here just in case. I probably won't replace them. I'll just do all the paper caps and the electrolytics excuse me, and then we'll check for operation, and then if I find there's any resistors or anything else out of spec, I'll have to replace those too. But anyway, that's where we're at. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time, hopefully pretty soon when the parts get here.